July 27, 2026 regular board meeting of the Corpus Christi Independent School District Board of Trustees at 5 o'clock p.m. All items discussed or voted upon this afternoon have been posted as required by state law. The meeting is being live streamed and a complete recording will be archived for the public to view at their convenience. Please speak into your microphone so those watching the live stream will be able to hear what you are saying. At this time, I will call roll to establish a quorum. Eric Villarreal.
Here.
Don Clark is not here. Dr. Alice Upshaw Hawkins. Marty Bell. S. Jaime Arredondo. Here. Steve Barrera. And I am Dolly Gonzalez Trolley. A quorum has been established and we will proceed with the agenda. First, we are going to have our invocation by Ms. Karen Griffith.
Heavenly Father, as we gather for this school board meeting and begin our new year, we pause to thank you for the opportunity to serve our students, families, staff, and community. We pray for our teachers and staff as they prepare classrooms and for the many challenges of the year ahead. Grant them patience, strength, and encouragement in all they do. For our students, we ask that they grow not only in knowledge, but also in character, kindness, and courage. Keep them safe throughout the school year and surround them with caring adults who help them reach their full potential. And for our parents and guardians, that they may find strength, wisdom, and partnership with our schools as they guide and support their children. May our conversations this evening be respectful and our decisions thoughtful and our hearts united in a common purpose for providing the very best education and opportunities for every student entrusted in our care. In your holy name we pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Ms. Griffith. Next, we're going to have a reminder of our district mission and vision. Dr. Hawkins, could you remind us of our district mission?
Yes, ma'am. Our mission is to develop the hearts and minds of all students, preparing them to be lifelong leaders who continue their education, enter the world of work, and become productive citizens.
Thank you. And Mr. Bell, could you remind us of our vision?
The vision of Corpus Christi Independent School District. Our vision is to be a world-class school system where every student is a learner, every learner is a graduate, and every graduate is a success. Thank you. And now we're going to move on to the audience participation and non-agenda comments. I'm going to first remind us, as we begin the audience participation and public comment portion of our board meeting, we remind those who have submitted registration cards of the following board policy, BED local requirements. 1, questions and comments must be addressed to the board, not to individual persons. 3 minutes shall be allotted to each speaker who wishes to comment on non-agenda issues. Speakers or others who make personal attacks against individuals or use abusive or defamatory language or gestures shall be ruled out of order and may be escorted from the boardroom by security staff. Expressions of hostility, including handheld placards and behaviors such as booing, clapping, or cheering, shall be prohibited before the board. The board shall not tolerate disruption of the meeting by members of the audience. If, after at least one warning from the presiding officer, any individual continues to disrupt the meeting by his or her words or actions, the presiding officer may request assistance from law enforcement officials to have the individual removed from the meeting. Lastly, those having public comment should not approach the rostrum or members of the board during the meeting. Any materials for the board should be given to the board's administrative assistant. With that, we have 2 people signed up for public comment. First, we have Virginia Garza.
Hi, my name is Virginia Garza. I have 2 grandchildren enrolled in CCISD schools. I am here to address bullying and reporting. My daughter made numerous reports of my grandson being bullied, and we are looking for paperwork, and it seems that no paperwork is coming up. Where is the paperwork, people? My grandson's last bullying incident involved a student making a gun gesture to him and telling him he would not be coming home tonight. Where is the paperwork? There should have been an incident report, and apparently there is none. What is going on? I believe that if you call dispatch, there is data generated. And I am asking the general public, parents and guardians, call dispatch first so you generate data and information. And I then believe that reports will be written. Dispatch's number is area code 361-886-9275. I have literally memorized that number. I shouldn't have had to, but I believe that data is not having to be generated, and there are no reports, because we are being told there are no reports, and there are also bully reports missing, as if the company didn't give them to the school. What's going on? Please do better. My grandson should not have had to endure what he went through last school semester. Thank you.
Do you want to say something now? You can follow up with the board. Yeah, or just let us know that you'll follow up.
If I could, President Trolley, just let Ms. Garza know that we will follow up with her. Depending on how late we go today in this board meeting, we can touch base with her tomorrow and get more details as far as school, student name, and all that information.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Shauna Fuller.
Good evening, President Trolley and fellow board members. I hope you all had an enjoyable summer break and are ready to roll up your sleeves to do the arduous work of guiding CCISD this next school year. Several wonderful things have happened since the last board meeting. Without a doubt, the most notable was the celebration of the 250th birthday of our country, which is really a year-long event. 250 years. What a testament to the grace of God being shed on our country from sea to shining sea, leading us to what is better and higher, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in accordance with the laws of nature and of nature's God. Each September, we honor the grit of patriots and the brilliance of the writers of our two founding documents, the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. Students across the U.S. and right here in our district study these documents earnestly to glean the wisdom and understanding hidden between its lines, the timeless freedoms of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Students grow a little more in learning what it means to be responsible citizens who carry on the duties of civic engagement with honor and decorum. Each year, the anniversary day and the week of the U.S. Constitution signing, September 17th, 1787, is set aside as Constitution Week. Because Texans like to add their own flair, we celebrate in accordance to TEA guidelines, and I quote, "During the week that includes September 17th, Texas schools honor Celebrate Freedom Week to highlight the values and ideals on which the United States was founded, as well as the sacrifices that were made for freedom in the founding of our country. Students learn about the intent, meaning, and importance of the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution, including the Bill of Rights. Students also examine the relationship between the ideas in these documents and subsequent American history. It is my hope CCISD will continue this September with strong support of the Celebrate Texas Freedom Week. Let the festivities begin. Yeehaw!
Thank you. that's going to bring us to our special recognitions.
Good evening, President Trolley, members of the board, Dr. Roland Hernandez. We have some wonderful recognitions to celebrate this evening. To begin with, we would like to recognize our very own superintendent, Dr. Roland Hernandez, who was recently named the Education Service Center Region 2 Superintendent of the Year. He now advances for consideration to the Texas Superintendent of the Year Award. Here this evening to honor him and join the photo are Education Service Center Region 2 Board Member Alex Garcia, as well as Executive Director of Education Service Center Region 2, Dr. Esperanza Sendejas. I call them forward.
Well, once again, my name is Alex Garcia, and on behalf of the Education Service Center Region 2, we cannot thank you for your partnership and collaboration that you've done. As you well know, last year we did numerous remodels of a lot of elementary schools, and we continue to try to offer as much as we can. But like any organization that requires leadership, and to make you aware is that we have a selection process where every year we have a superintendent committee that gets together and gathers, and we are blessed to say today that the superintendent of the year is Dr. Roland Hernandez, who was selected out of 45 superintendents that we represent. So a great accolade. Thank you for what you do for the community, and thank you for giving back. And we can't thank you enough on behalf of the board of the ESC region, because you know we are one of 20 regions, and now hopefully you'll be selected to go on to the next one. And I know you were one of the finalists in 2020, but look forward to seeing you hopefully making it this year to the very top for this day. Thank you very much for what you do.
Can I hold those smiles, please? All right, congratulations, sir. The next recognition this evening is to recognize our career and technical education students from Mary Carroll High School who recently participated in state-level competitions. For Skills USA, Angel Ramos. Albert Pettis. Josiah Haywood. Eric Cepeda. Xavier Foscus. Lillian Jimenez. Anne Wynn. Stephanie Cornejo. Isale Rivera. And students who competed with the Texas Association of Future Educators included Isabella Montalvo. And Christina Castillo. Come on in. there any students from Carroll who I did not call? Please come forward at this time. All right, I'd also like to invite Principal Dr. Jennifer Guerraleos, sponsors Ernest Holland, Julio Delgado, and Katie Yeager, as well as Assistant Superintendent Dr. Bruce Wilson, and Chief Officer for Accountability and Student Support Services, Sonia Zyla, to please join the photo. All right, please hold those smiles. Family members, you're welcome to come closer if you'd like. And a couple of instructions. If we're missing a certificate, if you'd give your name to Jenny Lee. Jenny, raise your hand. We'll get you a certificate right away. And if everyone would please exit down the center aisle, we have another group of students coming in. Thank you so much. All right, our next group of career and technical education honorees are from Veterans Memorial High School. They also recently participated in state-level competition. From the Texas Association of Future Educators, Erica Foz. Monica Vega. Araceli Salazar. And competing for the Business Professionals of America, we have Jaden Gonzalez. Robert Benavides. Rylan Fenema. Grace May. Sarah Wynn. We would like to invite forward to join the photo Assistant Principal Stephanie Contreras, sponsors Tessa Villarreal, Carlos Lerma, Randall Terrell, as well as Assistant Superintendent for School Leadership, Dr. Bruce Wilson, as well as Chief Officer for Accountability and Student Support Services, Sonia Zyla. Hold those smiles, please. Families, if you'd like to come forward. And other fans, come on forward. You're welcome to get closer if you'd like. All right, congratulations, students. All right, we have one more recognition this evening. We have one more recognition this evening, but before we do that, we do want to acknowledge that today is Communications High School intern Jeremy Sturgeon's last day with us as a Communications Department. We appreciate his year of dependable professional services. He is a member of the Mary Carroll High School class of 2026. Thank you, Jeremy. All right, at this time, we would like to recognize the 2026 National Distinguished Principal of the Year for Texas, Dr. Cristina Barrera of Menger Elementary School. Dr. Barrera was nominated for this recognition by the Texas Elementary Principals and Supervisors Association. In 2023, she was also named an honoree of the HEB Excellence in Education Awards in the elementary principal category. We'd also like to invite at this time, we are honored to have with us Deputy Executive Director of the Texas Elementary Principals and Supervisors Association, Mark Terry. Would you please come forward to join the photo? Now hold those smiles, please. Dr. Barrera's paparazzi, you're welcome to get closer. All right, congratulations, Dr. Barrera. You make us very proud. Madam President, this concludes our recognitions for this evening.
Okay, the Board of Trustees will now enter into closed session at 5:23 p.m. pursuant to Texas Government Code Sections 551.071, 551.072, 551.074, and 551.076. The board is now returned from closed session at 6:46 p.m. Do we have a motion?
I move to accept the bids for surplus properties as discussed in closed session and to authorize the administration to take all further actions necessary to effectuate the sale of such properties.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Sorry, hang on. Okay, your deliberators are open. Jaime, you want to vote?
I think that needs to be reset.
Dwight's down a no.
Yeah, it needs to be reset. It's
Scotland.
Let me clear it. I'm sorry. Let me clear it and let's try it again. Okay, let's try that again, everybody. All right, motion carries. We have a second, another motion?
Yes, I move to approve the 2023-24 through 2026 Security Audit Survey as listed on the agenda for today's meeting and as discussed in closed session.
Second.
We have a motion by by Dr. Hawkins and a second by Mr. Villarreal. Your deliberators are open. Jaime. Motion carries. And we're going to go ahead and take care of item, sorry, let me find our action item from later on our agenda, which is item D on our action item. Action items is 11D is what we're going to take care of. And that's the approval and announcement of our Deputy Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction. Do I have a motion?
Yes, I move to approve the appointment of Dr. Kelsey Wagner to the position of Deputy Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. Congratulations. Oh, we want to vote on it?
You are right. Wait a second. We have a motion.
Hold on. We got to vote on it.
We have a motion by Mr. Bell and a second by Mr. Arredondo, and your deliberators are open.
Okay, now y'all can clap.
Motion carries. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, now we're going to go back in our agenda to, sorry, got a little off track. Our administrative report, Mr. Davis. And this is on our Lone Star Governance Board Goal 3, College, Career, and Military Readiness.
Good evening, President Gonzalez-Charlie, members of the board, and Dr. Hernandez. I'm Brian Davis, Director of Advanced Academics and Guidance Services, here to present an update on Lone Star Governance Board Goal 3, focusing on the district's College, Career, and Military Readiness, or CCMR. Lone Star Governance Goal 3 is the percent of graduates who meet one or more of the CCMR indicators will increase annually to 91% by the end of school year 2027. Prior to this year, Goal 3 included goal progress measures for only Texas Success Initiative, or TSI, dual credit course completion, and our federal four-year graduation rate. In response to House Bill 120, which required goal progress measures for all of the state CCMR indicators, we added goal progress measures 3.4 through 3.11 in April of 2026. Tonight's report will provide a historical and current overview of the data for each of these indicators. Before we dive into the data, I would like to provide some general context and reminders about the CCMR accountability system. Currently, there are 10 possible ways for a student to meet CCMR standards. Each of the goal progress measures covered in tonight's presentation represents one of the indicators that a student can meet to show their college, career, or military readiness, with the exception of 3.3, the federal graduation rate. Each graduate can earn one CCMR point toward their campus or district CCMR rate, regardless of how many indicators they have met. When we review the individual progress measures tonight, however, the percentages will reflect the total number of graduates who met that particular indicator out of the entire graduating class. As a final reminder, official CCMR data lags by a year. For example, the class of 2025 data is received in May or June of 2026 and is included in the 2026 school and district accountability. In tonight's presentation, you will see the target goals set, the actual CCMR percentages for the class of 2025 and previous years, and the estimated or internally calculated rates for the most recent graduating class of 2026. For our overall CCMR rate, we have been very fortunate for the last 4 years to see consistent growth. We have risen from 70% CCMR rate in 2023 to a projected 93% rate with the most recent graduating class. Although we fell a little short of our district goal for the class of 2025, we are happy to have met our goal for the class of 2026. This continued growth represents the hard work and dedication of our teachers, counselors, campus administrators, and district staff focused on constant improvement within the various CCMR categories. I will now review some of our subpopulations and federal reporting groups. In regard to the subpopulation data we will review on this slide, we are issued a federal target or goal to work toward. This number is provided for us and not something that we can edit or change. These numbers should remain consistent for 5 years. These targets are reflected with the light yellow color toward the top of this graph. The class of 2025 targets reflected on the white bar are our internal targets for the various subpopulations, challenging ourselves to perform better than the federal targets set for us. Based on our set internal targets, we did not meet the mark for the African American, Asian, or 2 or more races or special education subpopulations, which is indicated by the purple highlights. Based on the federal set targets, however, we met or exceeded our goal in every area. I will now move to an in-depth review of each of the goal progress measures and CCMR indicators in isolation. Progress measure 3.1 states that the percent of all graduating seniors meeting CCMR criteria through TSI in English and math will increase to 61% by the end of school year 2027. Students can meet this criteria through the TSIA2 assessment, the SAT, the ACT, or by completing a college preparation course through the Texas College Bridge platform. Students must meet the standards for both English and math to be included in this category. Thanks to continued focus on TSI and strong implementation of Texas College Bridge, we have consistently grown in this area, wrapping up 2026 with a projected rate of 73.7% of our graduates being TSI ready. Progress measure 3.2 states that the percent of all graduating seniors that meet CCMR criteria for dual credit course completion will increase to 26% by the end of school year 2027. Students meet this criteria by completing 3 college hours or 1 class of dual credit in either English or math, or by completing 9 college hours, typically 3 classes of any dual credit course. We've seen steady growth in this area for the last few years, but took a bit of a dip with the class of 2026. Although discouraging, this was foreseeable due to changes from the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board that no longer allowed community colleges to accept STAR waivers for TSI, which is often required for admissions to academic courses. In order to address this dip and help provide more and earlier dual credit opportunities for our students, Advanced Academics and CTE have worked with Del Mar College to expand opportunities for our incoming freshmen to take advantage of dual credit coursework, and have added additional courses to our course Crosswalk to reach a wider variety of students at all academic levels. I will add that historically, our projected number tends to increase by 1 to 2 percentage points when we receive the official verifier from the state. This is due to the fact that our projections in this category are very much a manual calculation occurring over the course of several years. Progress measure 3 involves the federal graduation rate target and is the only one of the progress measures that is not technically a part of CCMR for accountability purposes. Nevertheless, it remains an extremely important piece of our overall accountability and measurable results and impact. I am happy to report that our official class of 2025 graduation rate increased 0.8 of a point from the previous year, and our estimated graduation rate at this time for the class of 2026 has increased 1.4 percentage points. Thanks to the hard work from our high school and student support services staff, more of our students are graduating and leaving better prepared for life and the workforce. Progress measure 3.4 is the percent of all graduating seniors who meet CCMR through AP or IB exam will increase to 14% by the end of school year 2027. Students meet this requirement by passing and earning college credit on either an IB or AP exam. We have seen regular progress in this area for the last few years, and currently the projected rate for the class of 2026 is 14.7, surpassing our goal for that class. Progress measure 3.5 involves the percent of all graduating seniors who meet CCMR through earning credit in an on-ramp dual enrollment course. Students meet this standard by being eligible to receive college credit in an on-ramps course. You will notice a gradual decrease in the percentage of students meeting this indicator over the previous 4 years, with a drastic increase between 2025 and 2026. The reason for this involved the number of on-ramps course offerings in the district. Many campuses moved away from on-ramps for a few years to place more focus on dual credit or AP enrollment. After an advanced academics audit from one of our educational partners, we showed a greater need to increase our on-ramps offerings to provide more opportunities for our students wanting to challenge college coursework in a safe environment. We are definitely happy about this increase and are already in progress with adding additional courses for the 26-27 school year at several campuses. Progress Measure 3.6 is the first of the progress measures that ventures into the world of career and technical education, or CTE. The percent of all graduating seniors who meet CCMR criteria by earning an industry-based certification, or IBC, will increase to 50% by the end of school year 2027. With this particular indicator, none of the reporting years listed have actually had the same requirements. You can see that the class of 2023 required just an IBC, class of 2024 required an IBC and a level 2 CTE course on the transcript, class of 2025 required that the student earn an IBC and be a CTE concentrator, which is a student who has 2 or more courses in a single pathway. And class of 2026 had to earn an IBC and be a CTE completer, which includes at least 3 or more courses for at least 4 credits. As this category has become more rigorous, we continue to work hard to ensure that our students are well informed about and stay in their selected CTE programs of study. This category continues to be changed by the state year after year, and we will continue adapting to ensure that we are providing strong CTE experiences for our students. I do want to add that when the target of 50% was set for this goal, we were looking at the overall percentage of CTE students expected to meet the completer status, whereas the reported CCMR rate looks at the overall graduating class, basically meaning that our target was set for a subset of graduates, not for the overall class. Progress Measure 3.7 states that the percent of all graduating seniors who meet CCMR criteria through military enlistment will increase to 1.5% by the end of school year 2027. We've seen an increase in military enlistment amongst our graduates in the last few years, rising from 0.8% in 2023 to 2.8% in 2025. This category is now directly reported to the state from the Department of Defense, so our tracking efforts are reliant on manual self-reported data from students and recruiters about enlistments while still enrolled with us. Some students elect to enlist after graduation, and this will still count toward our total. For example, at this time last year, we were tracking the class of 2025 at 1%, yet when we received the official results from the state, we were at 2.8%. We can expect a higher percentage rate for the class of 2026 once we receive the official results next year. I am confident that we will reach or exceed our goal in this area. Progress Measure 3.8 is strictly related to students served by special education. The percent of all graduating seniors who meet CCMR by earning an advanced SPED diploma will increase to 6% by the end of school year 2027. To earn CCMR through this category, a student must be served by special education and earn an endorsement with 26 or more credits on their graduation plan. We have gradually increased in this area throughout the last 4 years as our counselors and special education department chairs work continuously to ensure that our students served by special education rise to the challenge to meet more rigorous graduation requirements. We should all be incredibly proud of our students who continually work to maximize their potential and future opportunities. Progress Measure 3.9 also deals with special education, but includes an even smaller subset of our student population. The goal states that the percent of all graduating seniors who meet CCMR by completing their IEP and meeting workforce readiness criteria will increase to 2.3% by the end of school year 2027. The students who are eligible in this category must be served by special education and have had their curriculum modified at some point throughout their high school career. Typically, this category includes our students with more profound learning and/or physical impairments. At this time, we have a 1.9% rate for the class of 2025 and a 1.5% projected rate for the class of 2026. It is worth noting that this is one category that is best treated like a golf score, where a lower percentage is actually preferred. Our goals with special education would be to first attempt to graduate a student on an advanced diploma plan, like we covered in Goal 3.8, utilizing an IEP with workforce readiness in a situation where an advanced diploma plan or another CCMR indicator is not appropriate for the student. Progress Measure 3.10 states that the percent of all graduating seniors who meet CCMR criteria by earning an associate degree will increase to 1.7% by the end of school year 2027. We have seen a steady increase in this category over the last few years, thanks to the continued focused efforts from our staff at Branch Academy and Collegiate High School. We have started to see an increase in students on our traditional campuses earning associate degrees as well, with 4 different campuses other than Branch and Collegiate having at least one student meet this requirement for the class of 2026. We expect to see continued growth in this category as Veterans Memorial's expanded CTE business offering gets underway next year. The final progress measure involves the percent of graduating seniors who meet CCMR by earning a Level 1 or Level 2 certificate, increasing to 2.5% by the end of school year 2027. To meet this standard, students must participate in our CTE welding or instrumentation programs in alignment with Del Mar College. This is a very small percentage of the overall student body and requires extreme dedication to their career pathway. The Level 1 and 2 certificates are awarded by the college based on successful required course completion. We have seen a steady increase in this area over the last few years, exceeding our goal with the class of 2025. The 2026 rate is to be determined pending receiving results from Del Mar College. As we come to the close of this presentation, I wanted to tie CCMR back to our district vision and mission. I am extremely grateful and proud of the work done by our teachers, counselors, administrators, and district staff in working toward all of the improvements we have seen over the last few years. I'm even more proud of our students and their families who consistently rise to the occasion and take charge of ensuring that they are ready for life after high school. Through this collaborative effort, we have and will continue to meet our goals to help fully make our district vision and mission a reality. This concludes the presentation, and I now welcome any questions.
Thank you for the presentation. We do have some people signed up to ask you some questions. We will start with Dr. Hawkins. Oh. Okay. How about Mr. Bell?
Yes, thank you, Brian, for this information. And the only thing that I ask is percentages need to mean something as far as number of students. You know, when we look at 1.9% of a special population within our graduating seniors, how many kids are we talking about? The one that kind of caught my attention was the one with the IEP, workforce readiness, where we're looking at a special population within our graduating seniors, and we're at 1.9%. So how many kids are we talking about? And so that would be maybe in a parentheses or something like that, because you know, percentages are good, but they mean that there's kiddos on the backside of that, and that's really what I'd like to know, is the kiddos on the backside.
So for this, for that year, it was about 4 students. It's 5 or less.
Right. And so we're up here going through this for 4 kids, and you can really push your percentages by having 5 kids, and we think we're doing a wonderful job, and we are, or 3 kids. In the case that we want 3 kids on that. And so I would like to really see, when we do this, that we see real numbers. When we're looking at the number of students that have joined the military, and we recognize them and honor them during graduation, which I think is real special. But how many kids is that in a graduating class? Well, I can kind of figure it out, because we, on average, 2,500 kids, and just apply the percentages. But for me, I'd like to see the numbers that they actually mean, how many kids are involved in that.
Okay.
I would appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Other than that, I think we're heading the right direction.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Arredondo?
Thank you, Ms. Davis. It's a great report. You look at all the different items, and only one that's 1 or 2 percentage points below. That's excellent.
Yes, sir.
A general question. You know, when we have a taper report, that usually is 2 years prior, et cetera. I'm just wondering if this year, you together with our evaluation department could bring some of these numbers that Mr. Bell has mentioned in a chart by campus, how we did, and the numbers involved. I think eventually we kind of have had that report, but I think I would imagine you can have that information even before the taper report comes out. I think that'd be a good follow-up to just support and see the numbers and see how our schools are doing.
Okay.
Otherwise, this has been great. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Dr. Hawkins, you do have a question?
Thank you, Brian, for the report. You went through that really fast. You must have been practicing well.
I'm sorry.
I just have one question. On 2025, what contributed to the drops in those numbers? In a number of those the measures, the 2025 numbers, and they're all in pink if they dropped. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. So when we set these board goals, pretty much everything from 3.4, I believe, all the way through 3.11 are the ones that I brought to you in April that we set and projected. At that time, we were using our projected, our estimated numbers for the class of 2025 to kind of set our targets at that point. We did have a few areas when they came in officially from the state that were a little lower than we were tracking, which doesn't typically happen. We are waiting on Friday. We'll actually receive results from a correction that we submitted on some of this data. So I'm anxiously awaiting Friday to see what was accepted by TEA and what was not. So we set those targets based on where we were estimating at the point. And then when we got the official results in about a month and a half later, we were a little bit lower than we were tracking internally.
So setting the targets, I know you kind of do that in the blind, right?
Yes, ma'am. We try to do an educated guess, but yeah.
Okay. In those cases where we have these pink, I guess it's pink. I'm looking at. Is that what that is?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So, were there expectations that what were the expectations that allowed you to set those numbers and then we didn't quite hit?
So we track pretty carefully student by student to see where they're meeting. Sometimes our percentages might drop off a little bit because maybe students didn't graduate who we were expecting to graduate, or we're going to capture them in our August graduation, or so sometimes that denominator fluctuates a little bit. Other times it might be that a student transferred out last minute, and when they do that, we lose their CCMR and it follows them to wherever they go. So it's a variety of factors depending on the indicator, really.
Okay, and so I know that every year we try to get better.
Yes, ma'am.
And get more for whatever that's worth. I'm just looking at the on-ramps enrollment course.
Yes, ma'am.
That's on 18, slide 18. We targeted what 5? 3.2, and then we didn't hit. But then for 26, you're showing 5%, and you're estimating at 11.1%.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's quite a jump. What's the deal on that one?
We added quite a few on-ramps courses last school year, and so we had a lot more students enrolled in on-ramps.
Okay.
There was a trend over the course of around I think I'll say 2022 probably, where campuses started kind of tapering off from on-ramps. And then when we reviewed the data, we realized, the kids are performing better in some cases in these courses. And so we worked with the principals and added quite a few back in. And then because of the success we had last year, several campuses actually added 1 to 2 additional courses for this coming school year to kind of provide more opportunities there.
So I know that, I said one question, but I'm sorry.
Right.
So I know that the on-ramps is a program that allows kids to jump off the ramp if they decide that this is not for them. I guess these numbers are defying what we thought would happen.
Yes, ma'am.
Because they are not getting off. They appear to be, hopefully with this 26 projection, that they are staying in those courses and maybe even enjoying the idea of
yes, ma'am. And
being affiliated with what UT and is that UT is our on-ramps program, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. So Well, I thank you for that, and I'm hoping that we meet those numbers.
Yes, ma'am. With the on-ramps in particular, we had already received the final grades at the point where I was making this projection for 2026, so I'm pretty confident there.
So is 11%, 11.1, is
Yes,
that a
ma'am.
good number?
Just kind of pending our final denominator, wherever we land on that final number of graduates after our summer grad. But that was with our graduates as of May, beginning of June, we were hitting the 11.1.
Okay, well, we'll see. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Davis. Great
Thank you.
report. With that, we're going to go ahead and move to our consent agenda. And before I take anybody else's questions, we are going to go ahead and pull item number 1 and item number 12. We're going to pull those. I've asked for those to wait for another agenda till we get some more information for the board. And that is our demolitions of the campuses and our next level item. So I will ask if anybody else has any other items they want to pull or ask questions about.
I'd like to pull item D, the approval of individuals to serve as Student Health Advisory Council members.
Okay, and I know we discussed that you're not wanting to ask questions. We're going to pull that for another agenda, right?
No, well, I would like to discuss it because I do think we have a couple of options.
Great.
but
Okay.
I would like to get the board's input on
Sure.
how to go from there.
Okay. And then before we move to the discussion on that, does anybody else have any other they want to pull?
Yes, Madam President, I'd like to ask a question on item 6 and item 13.
6 and 13.
Yeah, I don't want to pull it, just want to ask a question.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take the questions on 6 and 13 first, and then we'll discuss D.
On item 6, this is the consent agenda item that speaks to the architectural and engineering fee for the 4 different, parking lot and different arrangements in some of the schools. The only question I had, I guess, in reference to looking at the talking points that were provided for the Agenda Review Committee, it had the amounts for those 4 projects. I don't see them here. I guess my question was, who or how do we arrive at the amounts that we anticipate those projects to cost? And there was an average of about 50,000 or so for each. Since, we haven't had them go to bid yet, but I'm just wondering.
Right, so this item is for the architectural services, and to get their fee, it's based on what we feel those items are budgeted at. We don't know what they are going to be budgeted at because he's got to do the design docs for that first, and so we're anticipating based on what those items are going to cost, which he gets then a fixed fee, and that's where his fee is coming from. So in the other ones, we were trying to let you know what we're anticipating those budget items to be, so that's where his fee is at.
So
And that's what the item is for.
It could be more or less after we get the bids on them?
Right.
Okay.
That's
Well,
what we're
the
anticipating.
The construction could be more or less, but the fee is fixed at what
Yeah,
we're
no,
approving right
I
now.
understand that's a fixed fee. So really, I guess it's not really, at this point, important to have the cost of the project, more just to have some kind of.
Right, we were just letting you know where they're
estimated.
anticipated
Okay.
it being at.
All right, that's fine. And in number 12, it had, 13, excuse me, it's a question of the exams. As I look across the different years, you have an average of about 1,000 extra exams that are bought, and that's less than the number of AP students. So I guess there's about 3 questions there that I would have. Is what we're recommending testing for the fall only or for the whole year, number 1?
Okay, so this amount right here is so we can pay our testing bill from last year. Because it's over 150, we have to bring it to the board for approval. Our exams, the reason that you have more exams than students is that some students take multiple exams. We have students taking up to 3, 4, 5 exams.
Yeah, I kind of anticipated that, but I just wanted to ask a question. But that's it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it. That's all I have, Madam President.
Okay, can I go ahead and entertain a motion for the consent agenda with the exclusion of item 1, item 12, and item D.
Second.
We have a motion by Dr. Hawkins and a second by Mr. Arredondo, and your deliberators are open. Sorry, one more click. There we go. Motion carries. Okay, now we'll go back to item D, which is the approval of individuals to serve as our Student Health Advisory Council members. Ms. Lee Watson.
Well, and I guess before she gets up here,
Sure.
I can just, my reason for pulling this is because as it's presented tonight, we don't quite meet the state law for the makeup of that. Now, we've got one applicant who is both a CCISD parent and a CCISD employee, but there were no other applicants. So if we were to appoint that person, we would not be in compliance with state law on the makeup of non-CCISD employees. I think the majority of the parents on there need to be non-CCISD employees. So I feel like we've got a couple of options. We could actually not appoint that person and then put it back out, not for bid, but
For application.
Yeah, for applications, right? And then wait 2 weeks and see what we get back in 2 weeks. Or the other option, I think, is reduce the size of the SHAC members from 13 to 11, and not, I think, at the same time, still not appoint this person, but that would make us in compliance.
Recalibrate, yeah.
Yeah.
Would that, do you have any input out there, or would that be a sufficient solution?
Yes, we can go back. I know it was increased last year because we had such an amount of parents that we wanted to include as many as possible, so we went from 11 to 13. So it would be okay to go back to 11, and then we wouldn't appoint, there would be 2 people we wouldn't appoint. We wouldn't appoint Ms. Larios, and we wouldn't appoint Dr. Annette Perez, and that would take us down to 11 and continue to have the parent member be the majority.
I'm okay with that.
So there has to be a motion.
Sure. I mean, I would move that we reduce the size of the SHAC committee to 11 members and not appoint the 2 that was mentioned by Ms. Watson.
Yes, that's Dr. Annette Perez and Ms. Larios would not be
Second.
appointed.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Villarreal and a second by Dr. Hawkins for the amended size of the SHAC committee, and our deliberators are open. Motion carries, and just confirming that the record reflects the details of the motion. We get that? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now we'll move on to our action items. And first we have we already took care of this one, right? The resolution, no, we did not do this. First is a resolution for the reevaluation and consideration of senior safety officers in compliance with HB 388 Texas Legislature. Mr. Warnicki.
Good evening, President Gonzalez, Trolley, Dr. Hernandez, and members of the board. I'm here. My apologies.
There you go.
Do I need to do the whole introduction one more time for the record? Good evening,
Go ahead.
President Gonzalez Trolley, Dr. Hernandez, and members of the board. I am here seeking support for a resolution for the reevaluation and consideration of senior safety officers in compliance with House Bill 3 after the 88th legislature. Prior to the 88th legislature, we could do this once every 5 years. Now we have to do it every year. We're not changing anything we do. I just need your approval to continue doing what we're
So
doing.
move.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Villarreal, second by Mr. Arredondo. Deliberators are open. Motion carries. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mr. Warnke. Next, we have our selection of a delegate and alternate to the Texas Association of School Boards Delegate Assembly by Dr. Hernandez.
Yes, thank you. This is an annual thing we do for our TASB conference. The board needs to choose a delegate and an alternate to attend the sessions while we're up in Houston this year.
Can you remind us of who currently serves in those positions?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think
Mr.
I'm the
Armando.
delegate, and then
Delegate.
last year was,
I've always been the alternate.
Yeah,
It's not a set thing. It could be different every single year, but typically it's always been Mr. Arredondo, and I've
Would
been the
you
alternate.
like to still consider?
Sure.
Okay. So move to
I think
reappoint-
Mr. Clark probably needs to be the assistant, doesn't he?
No, I move to reappoint both the current delegate and alternate as Mr. Arredondo and Ms. Gonzalez-Charlie as alternate.
We have a motion by Mr.
Second.
Villarreal and
Second.
second by Mr. Bell.
I still think Mr. Clark would be a good
alternate.
alternate.
All right, motion carries. Our next item is a discussion and possible action on endorsement of the TASB Region 2 representative to serve on the Texas Association of School Board of Directors. Dr. Hernandez? Christy Littleton, Port Aransas ISD.
So this is an opportunity for someone in our region, a board member in our region, to serve on the Texas Association of School Boards Board of Directors. And we had an interest expressed by Christy Littleton from Port Aransas, and that is who we are recommending to take that position.
Move to approve.
Second. So motion by Mr. Villarreal, second by myself, and motion carries. And we have taken care of item D already.
Do we want to do it again?
No. Congratulations again. And then our last item here is our board report, which is by me, our board committees, just a review of that. Really hasn't had any substantive changes. We are adding somebody to our curriculum and students and committee, so I'll just go over everything really quickly. Our fiscal management committee is chaired by Mr. S. Jaime Arredondo, and that has Steve Barrera and Don Clark serving. Curriculum and Students Committee is chaired by Dr. Alice Upshaw Hawkins and has Steve Barrera and Eric Villarreal serving. And our Legislative Committee is chaired by Don Clark with Eric Villarreal and myself serving. And that will take us to our calendar. July 30th is our summer graduation at Veterans Memorial High School at 6 p.m. August 1st is our CCISD Day at La Palmera Mall at 11 a.m. August 10th is our next regular board meeting, 5 p.m. here in the boardroom. August 24th, our regular board meeting at 5 p.m. here in the boardroom. And that will take us to our Board of Trustees. And we have convocation, yes, on August 4th at the Hilliard Center, sorry, that old Hobbits die hard. And we will welcome everybody back for our 26-27 school year. Very exciting. So now we'll go to our Board of Trustees and Superintendent remarks, and we'll start with Mr. Barrera.
You get to go first. Just want to, again, congratulate Dr. Wagner on your position. Congratulations. Work side by side with you as a principal, and I look forward to the great things ahead for CCISD and CNI. Congratulations.
Mr. Arredondo?
Oh, okay, next. Again, anxious about the start of the school year. A lot of comments and excitement on social media in reference to the Superintendent's Leadership Conference. Dr. Hernandez, everybody really had a interactive and very positive conference, and it's good to see the leadership teams of each of the schools, central staff, and Dr. H leading that process, and it sets the tone for the tenor of the year, and it's a great tone, and looking forward to another successful year. The start is just days away, and it's unbelievable that our students will report on August the 11th, and just hope that everybody is safe. The excitement of nervousness and uncertainty, but yet knowing that the district is ready and prepared to receive all our students, welcome our parents, get our business partners involved, and have another great year. Excited about, we have 4 new baseball head coaches across the district, so it'll be interesting to see how the diffusion of the competition will occur, but excited about the naming of each of those individuals. And again, end with the positive note of congratulating Dr. Wagner on her new assignment, and staff expecting no less than great things happening, and excited for that promotion, and just looking to just do the things that we do to have the purpose and the determination to do the best for our students, and supporting our campus champions, our teachers, and our school leadership, our principals. So have a great year, and looking forward to it. And tomorrow's luncheon with a new teacher orientation and the counselors should be another great event. Thank you.
First off, congratulations to Dr. Hernandez on his award. It's well-deserved. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And then we heard some positive, really good information about staffing, that we're in pretty good shape on staffing, especially at the secondary level, which is really encouraging this time of year, and given the world that we live in, and trying to find certified teachers and leaders for our classroom and campuses. And kudos to Ms. Fuller for her celebration of the 250 years of the United States of America. We have a lot to be thankful for. We live in the best country in the world, and you look around and you think, yeah, we have some issues and problems, but man, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but in the United States of America, in Corpus Christi, Texas, and right here.
I'm going to go to you.
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations to our team, our district team, our principals. We welcomed approximately, I'm going to throw it out there, could be a little more or less, 240 new teachers that we had a chance to say hello to and welcome to our CC ISD team at the arena. And then we split them up into secondary and elementary, and it was just so good to visit with them and hear where they're coming from and how many are in their first year of teaching. I told them they chose the best career, hands down, and that just to enjoy the rewards that come with being a teacher. So thank you to everyone for putting in the time to welcome them to our team. And we have the next few days with them again. So tomorrow we'll have our board members join us for lunch with all of our new employees. So, thank you.
I just want to say congratulations to Miss Chelsea Wagner. Okay, she's got a lot of new things going on, but I just want to congratulate her on not only snagging the job, but you also were given your doctorate degree also. So lots of good things, getting married and all that kind of stuff. So congratulations to you and all of the things that are happening to you. I'm really excited about school year, getting started again, getting ready for that. I just also want to congratulate the Transportation Department for being progressive in the scheduling of our buses and for our children, because there was some pushback on the original schedule, and the Transportation Department kind of stepped up and fixed that, and so hopefully we'll have our kids in school on time and that with those 4 schedules, I think we will be able to solve our shortage on our bus drivers and keep the kids happy and the parents happy as well. So let's go get them.
Yeah, I'd just like to welcome everybody back. Wish everybody, our students, our teachers, staff, parents, our entire community, wish them a good luck for the next school year. Very excited, lots of good things happening. Thank you.
Okay, and I think that about covers it. I apologize, I am a little brain fog, but I want to welcome everybody back to, I know by the time we get back here, it'll be the day before school starts, so we'll have one more chance to welcome everybody back officially. Looking forward to the activities over the next couple of weeks, though, and happy to congratulate everybody in their new roles. So have a good evening, and with that, our meeting is adjourned at 7:31 p.m.